A bit of a pre-warning, the audio on this video is absolutely terrible. I don't know what happened. Something happened, something went wrong, and it sounds absolutely horrendous. So it has all of the information I actually wanted to say in the way I wanted to say it. So I want to keep this audio, and I hope you get the information you need. And I'm actually sorry about the audio quality, and I'm hoping for the next video it will not be like this again. But I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to my 10th devlog of the series. I have really not been good with keeping up my consistent devlogs over the past couple of weeks. Like, really not. Just don't look at my last upload. Just don't do it. Please. However, I am back now, hopefully with a lot more content to show you. Some will be happier than others that I'm back. Not mentioning any names. But throughout this video I will be showing you the couple of new things that I've added in. A couple of the ones that I want to mention is just the main menu, as you can already see, the new character animations that we've added in, some clothing slots and equipable and unequipable clothing and armor items, and the UI can now easily be updated by me, so it's more of a back-end code change rather than a front-end view. Right, to start off, I just want to show you the new character animations that we've got. So this is the character that I showed off last time. I'm not really too keen on the up and down walking movements. These will subject to change. I just needed to get something in. These can easily be changed and updated. I just needed to get something in before, so I can show something moving up and down. I do quite like the character itself. He's obviously going to be changing over time, so I'm really not too worried about that. To also show the character animations, I have a second NPC here. He's actually hiding behind the trees. There we go, there he is. So he's kind of got the same animations, easily updatable. He's going to actually be a different NPC. He's going to have different animations, going to have a different character, but that's still in the works. I just wanted to put in my own character that I've created, just so we can visually see him in the front view for now. Second thing I do want to show is the clothing slots and the equipable and unequipable clothing items. So if I open up the inventory, as you can see, we do have the inventory system which has been updated. I will be talking a little bit about that in a moment after this, but we do have new player equipable slots on the left, as you can see. So these are all created not very well, but as you can see, the top one is for hats, helmets and so on. Middle section is for torso, such as armor, chainmail and so on, and the bottom is for trousers. I can add and remove more or less clothes as I want. So for example, I may have a shoe slot, I may have a shield slot and so on. I haven't really decided what I want in, but I do know for a fact I do want hats, torso and trousers. First off, I just want to show that I only have at the moment one piece of clothing that I've added in. Really not too difficult to add in more, but this is just the one that I've created animation for, so this will be the one that I'll be showing today. As you can see, I have a green jumper. It's a cool jumper. It will be coming multiple colors soon. What I need to do is just drag this over to the torso slot, and once I let go, it equips the player with that item. So if I move left and right, obviously this jumper has animations on it. It actually doesn't have up or down animations because I knew I was going to be changing the up and down animations for the player, so I just didn't create them for it. So as you can see, if I remove it, it gets removed to the player. If I add it, it comes back, remove, off. However, I haven't actually, I know there's a little bit of a bug where the torso image actually disappears. I'm not really too sure why. I will be looking into that. It should be working, but it's not, as with everything else in programming. So one thing I did miss out on actually talking about is the fact that these slots are actually only accessible for certain item types. So we know that this green jumper is a torso item, so if I try to put it in the hats slot, it won't work. If I try to put the campfire in the hat slot, it won't work. If I try to put the green jumper in the trousers section, it won't work. If I try to put the apple in the hat slot, I hope this won't work, and it doesn't. But I can put the green jumper in the torso slot. final thing I do want to show is that the UI has been updated. It's more of a back-end code, so I've kind of split up all of the different parts to it. So the border of the actual inventory, the borders of the individual slots, I've just drawn them in GIMP quickly and nothing too fancy. I do want to change the colors. I just want to mess around with a couple of designs first, concept art in physical drawing, before I actually finalize the design I'm actually looking for. This will change. It's not a matter of if, this will change. Just haven't really decided for my finalized design yet. Also, some minor additions that I have made was an performance improvement with a memory leak. There was a nasty little memory leak here when trying to create items. It was creating an item every second of the render loop, and this was tearing through my performance because that item creation was actually creating textures, and this was overlooked by me. I have no idea how. I don't really know what I was thinking when I added this line in. That's been fixed now. The last couple of things I do want to improve upon are the animations. So I may develop different animations for the character, probably a bit unlikely at this stage, but I will be adding a few animations such as the wood cutting, attacking, possibly running animations, just so on, such as that, just to make it come to life a little bit more. So at the moment, the player's stats don't increase or decrease depending on what item is equipped. For example, the top should be giving my player some warmth, which there isn't in the game. The stat isn't in the game yet, but it will be adding to attributes for the player. That's not in yet, but it can be connected quite easily from the way the code is developed. So this is not a problem, and that's probably the next thing I'll be working on. Finally, hopefully for next time, there's two systems I want to be working on. Probably the first one would be the quest system, continuing the quest system to make that improvement to actually be able to complete a quest. Hopefully, not too sure what type of quest, possibly a look for quest, so you can find an item and bring back to whoever sets that quest. I also want to be working on the conversation system to make it a little bit more advanced, so at different points in the game then the different conversations can be triggered. And finally, a cutscene system, so hopefully I can have players and NPCs moving around on screen talking to each other without obviously player input, so it gives a little cutscene just to add for the story. I haven't discussed the story too much. I do have a story, the story is here. I'm trying to withhold of talking about it. I'm going to probably dedicate a single video on discussing the storyline of how I want this game to be. Nothing too complex, just a bit of lore and backstory with it. So that's to come. I hope you stay and enjoy. I'm really sorry about the delay in videos, but here we go. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.